With us on set is Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds, and he is with Family and Children's Association. It's a joy to have him here. We're going to be talking about his new recovery center. How are you?
Great. I'm
Good.
so happy to be back.
And I told my friends that as long as I've known you, you have been a champion for people that have substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
Forever and a day.
Yeah, and it's, as you know, it's hit Long Island and the tri-state area and probably even the nation in a way that nobody ever anticipated. And, when you line up the public health problems facing this country and our community, untreated addiction is at the top of the list, unfortunately.
I always see you in the newspapers. I always see you on the news. You're always in Albany. You are really right there at the forefront of pushing legislation and getting things done. How does that work with you being the president and CEO of Family and Children's Association? What is that connection there for you?
So FCA has always done a lot related to addiction. So for example, we run 2 licensed treatment centers, one in Hicksville, one in Hempstead on Long Island. We also opened a brand new recovery center. And in all of our programs, we serve 25,000 families per year. In almost all of those cases, addiction figures into the equation somewhere, somehow, some way. So even if you come to us and you have other presenting problems, there's a good chance that addiction is part of your family history, as it is for most people at this point in time. So it's always been front and center. But the other thing that drives that is that FCA has always really risen to the occasion when our community is faced with a new set of challenges, whether it's poverty or homelessness. This is another one of those challenges, and this is something that's claiming lives left and right. And so, we felt it was our duty to step in, but we've always served folks who are living with addiction. One of the things about addiction that we know at FCA is that it's preventable if we start early, and that really highlights our work with kids. And it's treatable if you get folks to the right care at the right time, and it's for the right duration of time. And so we know that dealing with addiction is part of really lifting up our families and strengthening our communities. This is a place for people to go once they've completed treatment, because one of the things we figured out really early on is you can go off to the best treatment in the world, and then you come home and it's like stepping off a giant curb back into life.
Okay.
And as we help people take drugs out of their lives, we have to help them put something back in. So the Recovery Center is a place where young people can go, write their resume, come to support groups, come to a counseling session, connect with other young people who are in recovery, and really begin to form a community of young people who have walked the road and struggled and come out the other side. That's something Long Island lacked. It's something that many communities lack. It's as important as the treatment side of this.
Okay.
And to give you a sense of the popularity.
But you still do need.
You still need treatment as well.
Both, right? And that's kind of like we don't have enough services on either end.
That's right. In every area, we need to be doing more. And so to give you a sense, that the very first day we opened, 300 people showed up. And so that demonstrates the incredible need. That demonstrates the fact that when folks do struggle, they are willing to come to services. They are willing to get help. You just need to ask them in the right way at the right time.
This weekend, I met a lovely couple, and I said, "Oh, when are you getting married?" And I said, "How did you meet?" And things they were talking about, and straight out, they both said to me, "Oh, well, we're both sober." Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, what a powerful statement for them to be able to just tell me as a stranger. I just met them. They were picking out wedding flowers at the florist for their upcoming wedding. Yeah. And we were talking, and their sobriety was the first and foremost thing that they were proud of. It wasn't where they went to college, wasn't what they do for a living. It was that they could stand on their feet and say that they're sober.
I wish there was more of that. Every time I go speak at a school, I talk about the overdose statistics and the fatalities, and that shakes people up a little bit because it demonstrates the gravity of the problem. But when people actually do find a path to recovery, we tend to celebrate those things in church basements very quietly. And we need to take more time to celebrate the good stuff that's happening. There are, thousands of people who die of addiction every week, but there are thousands more who go into treatment, reclaim their lives, and there are moms who are getting their sons back today, and there are dads who are getting their wives back, and that happens day in and day out. We just tend to overlook that, and I wish we did a better job of highlighting that. Part of this is demonstrating that recovery is really possible, and that's important for people who are struggling.
And it's all year round.
Absolutely.
You need support all year round.
Absolutely.
And money would help you.
It would. It would.
So I'm actually going to ask, so on behalf of my audience, I really, truly do believe in the work that Dr. Jeffrey Reynolds and all of his assignees are helping pull together. They're making a huge difference. So if this is the year that you want to be charitable, please find a way. FCA, that's the place to go. Thanks for watching Live It Up. Let's do it. We can do it. I know we can.